Today we're going to learn about marketing. So, please everyone, phones down. Phones down. Okay. For marketing, you guys, today we're going to learn about why is marketing important, first of all. There's something called a marketing formation strategy, okay? And I'm going to teach you just the basics of it. And it will help you when you want to do marketing for anything, right? Like for your own business. Marketing is a huge topic. It's not only social media as you might think. That was me originally, right? Like long time ago. Maybe when someone says marketing, you think like social media, right? That's not the only form of marketing. There's so much marketing. Is anyone here a marketing major? Oh, okay. So you're the expert in the class. No, expert. Believe in yourself. عادي. يلا. So, يعني you will know probably what I'm talking. You're still ahead. خلاص. It's good. You're still ahead. That makes you expert. So, marketing formation strategy, and then what are the different techniques for marketing? Okay, and I'm gonna show you how we're going to do it on your business plan. Okay, and also we're gonna use an AI tool to quickly make a marketing website within 5 minutes. Okay, and you're going to need to include that website link as part of your grade because it's a 5-minute activity. It's actually, I'm showing you how to use AI to develop a website really quickly. Okay, and the purpose will be as if you're making a website for your company to market your company. Okay, so review of the business model canvas. Marketing, so we already reviewed this canvas. Marketing is very important. It's connected to all of these 9 components that we talked about. This is just a quote by Peter Drucker, who's known as the father of management. Marketing and innovation produce results. All of the rest are just costs. Marketing is the distinguishing, unique function of the business. What do you think this means?
It's what differentiates a business from another business.
Yeah, true. What else? What happens if we remove marketing from innovation?
You make less sales.
Less sales.
Yeah.
Let's say even in the first place, will you make any sales? Right? Actually, you could make sales. You could. There are some companies, they've organically grown just through word of mouth. Word of mouth meaning people talk about your product well and they recommend other people. So there are companies like this. But especially increasingly, when you have an increasingly competitive market, it's hard to differentiate yourself. You can't just especially like chocolate market, for example, you guys, we call this, I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. It's called the market is highly saturated, meaning there's a lot of chocolate companies, right? If you want to buy chocolate, if you want to look for places in Dubai, there might be over 200, right? So it depends, small stands, large brands, all these things. So that makes it it makes it hard to enter the market. We call this a high barrier to entry. Okay? So that's where marketing also very important. Like you need to differentiate yourself. Well, today we're gonna watch some ads from Apple and then from companies you choose. Maybe we'll watch Talabat, companies that you know, and we're going to discuss why you think they marketed in that way. Okay, so marketing, if we want to put it in a formal definition, marketing is the activity, set of institutions, processes for doing what? We want to create value, communicate value, deliver the value, and exchange offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Okay, this is very mouthful of words, right? So this is a lot of explanation. Let me explain this more simply. Let me see if I put it here. I don't have it here. Why don't I have it here? Let me see where it is. No, that's a different one. Okay. Yeah, so soon this will be more clear. Obviously, you guys, everything in entrepreneurship, I don't want you looking at it, some definition, right? I want you to understand what this looks like in real life. So this is really not it is valuable, but it's not something that's going to help you unless we look at actual examples of marketing, types of marketing, and what does marketing do, and exactly how do we create a customer experience. تجربة العملاء, we call it CX, customer experience. It's very interesting because what do you think, you as a person, each of you, as an individual, when you go shopping, let me put it this way. How do you go shopping? Like when you're shopping for something, what's in your mind? What are you looking for? Let's say you're going to shop for something specific. Do you go for a certain brand or do you just buy anything that you find? Someone tell me their own experience. It dep-
Sometimes the brand, sometimes you go with the brand.
Give me example, مثلا, from your experience. When are times you would not look for a brand?
Maybe in soup,
Huh?
food, maybe.
Food? Okay. Maybe food because, let's say snacks. I don't know. Unless you like a certain snack, right? What else? You might, from your personal experience, you guys, you tell me your personal experience. What do you look for? لما تروحون الأسواق شو تنبشون على شو؟
Mostly clothes.
أه؟
Mostly clothes.
Mostly clothes. بس لا أسواق doesn't sell clothes. I mean أسواق supermarket. خلينا we can use clothes as an example because that's also shopping. Like what do you do when you look for clothes? You just go anywhere or you have in mind certain brands?
Sometimes certain brands.
Yeah, so it depends, right, you guys? It depends. يعني it really depends on your needs. It depends on you individually. All of you have different perspective, different need. Some people, for example, they might buy daily things, toothpaste, toothbrush. You might not look at the brand, daily things. Or some people really care. They're like, no, this is the best toothpaste on the earth, right? So they care, right? So it depends on the person. What I'm trying to get to you here is that a customer experience is actually, it's not even just what you are buying, what you choose to buy. A customer experience, it's a whole process. It starts from the second you know about the product, meaning the marketing of the product, all until even using the product. This is the customer experience. The customer experience is not just you when you buy the product. Marketing has to also do with many stages. So for example, the stage where your friends tell you about this brand and you start to learn about this brand. You like this brand. You find marketing about this brand, marketing pops up about this brand. Then you're going to the store and you're looking for the brand. You buy the product, and then even after you're using the product and you're seeing if it works well. And you're like, critiquing the product in your mind. Is this good? Should I buy it again? All of this we call a customer experience. So it's important when we look at marketing. Marketing has to do with all the stages. It has to do with how do you communicate your product exists to the customer, first of all, through ads, through word of mouth, through these things. It also has to do with how do you make the product look nice. Product design is a thing itself. That's part of marketing. It also has to do with the placement of the product. We've had, كيف?
There are 4 stages.
4 stages.
Product, place, price, and
Promotion. Thank you. This is very good. These are not we can call them stages also. This one though, a little separate, but they're connected. Thank you. Do you study marketing? No, you know. MashaAllah, you're very smart. So yes, we're going to get to that. And customer experience, again, it has to do with how do you market the product to the person for them to know about it. How do you market the product when it's there? Like how do you make it stand out? Because product design is a thing, right? And as you see, by the way, you guys, in marketing, especially in food, there's a huge, people in the United States, for example, like it will be like no sugar, and they like highlight things that make it look like it's like real fresh fruit, and like they're kind of like faking the label, right? It's all marketing, because if you really look inside of it, you will tell that it's not really real, you know. I have funny story. My dad, when he was just moved to the United States, when my dad moved there when he was a university student, and so when he moved there, he saw a box. It has strawberries on the cereal, and so he bought it. He's thinking there's real strawberries in the cereal. He was so excited, like, wow, there's this. I've never seen this before, because obviously nobody sells that, right? And so he came home, was like, what is this? It's like, it doesn't have anything real in it, right? So if we look at marketing, it all has to do with the look of the product, highlighting to people, wow. You know, even it goes into nutrition claims. People can claim certain things, but people can say, for example, this will help with brain health. It doesn't mean that, for example, for you, you're going to become Einstein. Okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, there are things they write, it's not actually maybe good. Or maybe they're just they're like exaggerating the effect. This is all have to do with marketing in the food area, because this is a very big topic by itself. But when we're talking about, again, customer experience, not to go off topic, it goes from the first, how do you reach the person? Through marketing, salam alaikum. How do you market yourself? And even where do you place the product? We had what I want to say here is we had a guest speaker. He was really amazing. He was the head of companies from like, who owns Mentos and these major brands. He was the head of marketing. We brought him 2 semesters ago. I want to try to bring him again. He shows that their supermarket, where they place their products, they have a heat map showing where do people walk the most. So that when they place their product, they want to place it in a place where the person would have to see their product at least like 3, 4, or 5 times before deciding to buy it. Because as part of marketing, usually it is like they found, I guess through their products, that it takes the person at least 3 or 4 times or 5 times, I don't remember the number he said, but to buy the product after seeing it. So they don't buy it the first time. They have to like see it constantly. I don't know if you've had this happen to you on social media, where you go on TikTok or Instagram and you see the same ad like 10 times until you finally decide what is this about, and then you want to open it, right? For me, sometimes I see this ad like 5 times, I'm still not interested, right? But sometimes you might be interested because you've seen it so many times. So that also has to do with marketing. They found out also they placed the gum next to the onion because they figured they're like opposites, and people, I don't know their study, but it seems that people are more likely to buy gum if it's placed next to things like that. So all of this even has to do with placement of the product. Marketing is not just communicating to the person from the beginning, it's communicating to them. And then when the person is there, why will they choose your product? You need to market it very nicely. It has to do with product design. And then also the placement of the product. That even makes a difference. So yeah, this is all have to do with marketing. Does it make sense that the customer experience, does it make sense what a customer experience is? Like that it covers all the different aspects of marketing, from the second you see the ad or you learn about it to even after you buy the product. Any questions so far? Is it clear? Yes? Okay. Did you have a question in the back? I saw you raising your hand. No? La? Okay. So there are different ways to start marketing. We're going to look at something called a marketing strategy formation. This is like, it's more, not say theoretical. There's something we call STP. I don't know if any of you have heard of it before, but we're gonna go, it's an acronym, STP. What does it mean? It means, I'm gonna show it soon. Let me pull it up. Segmentation, positioning, and then, does anybody know the last one? Sorry, that's SP, not STP. STP is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. What do these mean? I know, don't be afraid of the words. They mean just, we're gonna go through some examples. Okay, Whenever you study for a test, you guys in university, what do you do? Someone tell me. Do you prepare? How do you prepare? You review, you do things. So what I'm trying to get at is that anything you do, right, especially when you're doing a test, when you're doing anything in university, you have to have a strategy to do well on a test, right? The same thing in marketing. Marketing, just because you posted an ad or posted something does not make it good marketing. Marketing has to be really specific to the target market who you're addressing. Meaning, if I'm addressing, for example, you guys, I'm going to give here an example. Let's say I'm selling a product for elderly people, okay? Where am I going to market? On TikTok? Do you think elderly people are on TikTok? No. This would be really absurd and I would just be wasting my money, right? To be on TikTok putting these ads, right? So, the marketing, if it's in that way, just because I posted an ad does not mean it's good. It would just waste my money. Also, if the marketing is not engaging enough, people might not even watch it. So there's something in social media where you call it a hook. Something happens. You have these videos of someone spilling something, breaking something, I don't know. And it has nothing to do with the video. It's just because they want to gain your attention, like what's happening here, right? Because something sudden happened, and then they catch your attention to start watching the ad. If you look at social media with this perspective now, you'll notice it's happening. Okay? And so what I'm trying to get at, some techniques, but marketing strategy formation is about setting your overall goal of what you want out of the marketing. What do you want? Of course you want sales, right? You want people to know about your product and talk well about buying it. So this typically involves making choices about who are you going to target in the marketing, who is your product for, first of all. Then you need to understand who are you marketing for. How will you address the customer's wants or needs in the ad? And then how can you create the most value for the customer? Value meaning how can you make sure this ad is so valuable to the person that they are going to go buy your product? Or at least have it in their brain that I've heard of this before and it sticks out for them. We have a strategic approach that's essential to ensuring your marketing successful. This is more theoretical and I'm gonna go into examples now. So this is these are tools we have in marketing. They have different acronyms. Marketing likes to make many different acronyms. The 5C, the 4P. Okay, we're gonna explain what do these all mean. 5C, we focus on what's the company do, who is your competition, who is your customer, who collaborates with you as partners, and then what in what context, what's the context overall? Where are you going to the context of your whole product, who it's being sold to. This can branch into two things, but first we go number one. We call it after we understand this whole analysis, after we understand and we look at this is, you guys, what you're mainly doing in a business plan, right? You're looking at what you do, your competitors, all these things. Once you have a good understanding of this, you can go to marketing, where we go into something called an aspiration. An aspiration is you need to decide what value you're going to create and to who. So now you understand everything about your product, your business, your competitors. Now you need to decide, who am I going to target in my marketing? This has 3 stages. The first is segmentation, the second is targeting, and the third is positioning. I'm going to explain what this means. Okay? What this means for STP, or let me see if I put it here. I think I put it in the wrong place. Let me move this. Okay. Let me move this here. So, number 1, segmentation. The S of STP. What does this mean? Without going into huge definitions, we're going to say it just means you want to identify all the possible people you can target. For example, you might not be targeting one type of people, right? Like your product might meet the needs of different people. So, for example, let's use, what's your name again? The EV car. Huh? Muhammad. Okay, so Muhammad's, who are you targeting? Do you have only one target market or different?
Everybody.
Okay, but let's say specifically.
You know, like we have videos that will attract the elders because some elders
Vendors, that's
yeah,
one target market.
yeah, and the teenagers, all of them.
Teenagers,
You know, we are targeting all the drivers, all of them.
فهمت عليك. But who's the most you're trying to focus on? The vendors and who? People with EV cars.
Yeah.
Like teenagers, let's say.
Now everybody has that.
Now everyone has an EV car. Okay. But who, from your experience, who do you target the most?
Teenagers.
Teenager. Okay, طيب. So let's use your example. So I have these two choices. That's called segmentation. Segmentation means I'm assessing all of the different choices I have to target in my marketing. Targeting means now I'm gonna focus on one. Okay, so let's say I'm going to now focus the marketing on vendors. Okay, let's say I'm going to not include. I want to focus on vendors so I can make the marketing really, really resonate with them. Okay. Now, step 3 is positioning. Positioning has to do with how do you communicate in the ad. It could be an ad, it could be a social media post, it could be a written blog. These are all forms of marketing. It can be word of mouth. These are all forms of marketing. So whatever you market, and we're gonna learn the different types of marketing soon. I'm just gonna go over a list of them, but whatever way you're marketing, you need to make sure you communicate value to that specific target. So we said vendors, for example, of EV cars, right? EV car vendors. Is that the target market correct?
You know, we are targeting everybody. That's why I got one. Yeah.
But I mean, هلا, when we talk about targeting everyone, we can't target everyone on the earth. You know what I mean?
No, because each post have a different target. That's why.
Each.
One post for elderly.
أنا هيك قصدي.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Each post for each generation.
For each generation.
Yeah.
Okay, so not vendor as a separate one.
You know, like teenagers like the model, the look.
Yeah,
But the elders,
yeah.
they like the quality only. They don't.
Thank you. Okay, so I love this example, Muhammad. You're giving a real life great example. He's saying that teenagers they look more at the look of it, you know, how nice it looks, whereas the elders they're looking more at the quality. Okay, so this is a great example. Why we're looking at this, I'm going to take teenagers for example then as a for STP. Okay, segmentation. You looked at all the markets. You're segmenting according to generations. So this is what we would say. You're gonna target one of them. So let's say we're going to target teenagers as for the ads. Brand positioning means how do you make sure when you make the marketing that the value of what they care about as teenagers in EV cars stands out to them to really make them want to buy your product. So it can be communicated through many things. The main message, what you're saying, the tone, even the way you say things. This is very important, the tone. The benefits you highlight for the certain target market, the feelings that you create when they watch or learn about your marketing, okay? The feeling that is created from them, it has to do psychologically too. Marketing is all about also psychology. And so your brand stands out in the minds of your audience, both emotionally and psychologically, okay? So what is the goal of STP? Is for customers to perceive your company in the way that you want it to be perceived or thought of by them, okay? So you want teenagers to be marghubin or really love this idea of your product through what they love. So you are specifically targeting, you're trying to ensure that they perceive it the way you create it, okay? So let's say you as a company, because you're looking at teenagers, you want to perceive it as really amazing design, really amazing, cool design for the younger generation. Huh?
They like the colors, design.
The color, the design. Even if we look at the new iPhone, it's orange, right? This is all marketing, right? So it has to do with the cool effect of it for these younger generations. So you're going to create an ad to make sure that your product looks that way to them. So we want to make sure that customers perceive your company in the way you want it to be perceived. For example, if you're selling a high quality product and you want to make sure the people know that it's high quality from the way you communicate in marketing. Does it make sense? I'm going to go through examples now. We're going to watch some YouTube ads. Does it make sense so far? Any questions? For you? Okay. For you, yes. Anybody else? Yes? هل واضح? Okay. If you just came back, it's fine. We'll watch the ad and you'll catch up. Okay. Segmentation. Who are the different kinds of people that use iPhones? Someone tell me. Tell me different types of people that you think would use iPhones. Like focusing on specific. I'll give you an example. Maybe people who love photography because the camera is now very advanced. That's one type of people. Huh?
We love to do it.
People who love editing because it's like probably quick, fast, and they have ability on the iPhone. What else? What are types of people who would use an iPhone specifically for certain reasons? Famous people? Why do you think famous people?
For sure.
To show off, right? Because Apple is shown as an expensive luxury brand, right?
Right.
Even though at the end of the day, you guys, all the phones are manufactured in China, right? But the iPhone, though, it does have a competitive ability because it's chip. It's like proprietary, meaning nobody else has their type of chip, which powers the phone, right? That's why they're very famous. But what else? Someone give me one more type. Who would use an iPhone? What do you think?
Anyone wants an easy phone.
Anyone wants easy phone, right? Someone who wants an, huh?
The system is easy.
The system is easy. It's intuitive. Like opening an iPhone, very easy, right? So thank you. Okay, these are different types. Now let's watch this ad together. Okay, and I want you to focus on just watch the ad and tell me what you feel after. Okay, guys. So this is an iPhone ad. Okay? Okay, what do you feel about the ad? The security, right? All of this, you guys, they made these animations of flying cameras, literally just to show you, like, we care about. Even if I go into Safari, let's go into Safari, even on a Mac, the Safari browser, which is part of the Apple ecosystem. Once it opens, let's look together. Why is it still opening? It's taking a long time. Let me try it again. Okay. They have this whole thing called a privacy report. Last 30 days, 36 trackers were prevented from profiling you. 62% websites that contacted trackers. Google.com was prevented from profiling you across 7 websites. And then it shows me number of trackers across every website. They do this to show you, like, we care about privacy, and whatever you're doing on the Mac or your browsing is very safe. Okay? Why they do this is because they want to show people that we are like the brand who care about your safety. Okay? So people who care about that, they'll be intrigued by that. So that's what we just talked about. That's what positioning is. We're positioning it towards people who care about the safety, security of their devices. After watching this iPhone ad, we already answered this. What message or feeling do you see Apple wants you to have about the iPhone? Any other comments? What do you think Apple wants you to feel after watching? Huh? Trust us. Right. Okay, so if we look at this, exactly, this is just example. Segmentation. Apple's iPhone includes many people: tech enthusiasts, students, professionals, parents, privacy conscious users. Targeting. The campaign is targeting people, no matter what phone they use, who care about privacy and want more control over how their data is used or shared. Positioning. Positioning is the whole ad, how they communicated it itself. The whole ad was communicated in such an impactful way where they literally showed you're being protected from these flying cameras, okay? So they're trying to really, the way they communicated this is the positioning. Okay, let's do another example. We already talked about the different types of people who use iPhones. So everyone, please pay attention for this example. I think you'll like this example, it's very funny. So everyone, please pay attention. Okay. Does anybody know the background of this ad? This ad was created to mock Android users, you guys. There's a website. If you go to apple.com/switch, which is the website that kept showing up in that ad. Switch from Android to iPhone. Upgrade. This whole ad was to mock people with Android phones. That was their idea of marketing, which is very unique. Afikra, it's very unique the way they marketed. What specific group of people is Apple most targeting in this ad? What shared characteristic thing in common do they have? What do you think? Who do you think they're targeting if we want to talk about a certain group of people? Android users, right? But not any Android user. Android user, Huh? Sensor?
She's saying targeting Samsung.
Samsung. هلا Android in general خلينا نقول. بس what about these people with the Android? Is it someone, wow, I love my Android? No. Right? It's someone like, the Android drives me crazy. Right? Like, it's someone who is annoyed from their Android, or they watch this ad and they realize how downgraded their phone is compared to the iPhone's image. Okay? So this ad is to make Android users aware that we are better than your phone. Come switch to us. And it's so easy. We switch your contacts, right? So after watching this iPhone ad, what message or feeling do you see Apple wants you to have about the iPhone? Yes, thank you, Shamsa. Okay, so segmentation, again, we talked about that. It's everybody who could use the iPhone by certain groups. Targeting, they're targeting Android users who are dissatisfied with their device, or just Android users who they want to convince that we are better than you. Positioning, they position themselves in this ad as the reliable, secure, user-friendly upgrade that makes switching so simple and much better for you, right? The whole way the ad was created was showing the differences in a unique way to catch your attention and to position them as the best phone you could ever have versus your Android. So, does it make sense when we talk about what segmentation, targeting, and positioning is? Any questions? Don't be afraid to ask me questions because I want to make sure it's very clear for you. Do you want to watch one more ad? Why don't we do Talabat? I think I have an ad saved. Let me see. Let me see if I have it saved. I think I had one saved. Marketing.
I'm gonna get a.
Okay. I'm gonna show you an example also of a marketing of Figma. Does anybody know what Figma is? Figma is a design tool. It's used by designers, people who want to create prototypes of things and create designs, okay? I want to show you, pay attention to the beginning, what's catching your attention in this ad, and we'll also analyze it just for fun, okay?
I'm gonna get a.
The hardest thing is to get started. You have to get it on paper.
Prototype. Test fast, fail fast.
It's the ideas and the choice of which ones to flesh out that I think are very human disciplines.
We have started to deal with computers in higher and higher levels of abstraction. Just push a button.
Rapid prototyping allows you to identify what's important early on. You're able to learn very quickly.
People then end up spending more time on the decisions of what they want to actually make.
Okay, so that was really quick, right? It's meant to be like a YouTube ad. Aslan, this was a YouTube ad, right? But they're targeting designers, obviously, who want to create stuff. But what's the most aspect they focused on throughout this whole thing? Designers who want what? What did you notice about the ad itself? When they talked about it, things were moving. I'll give you fill in the blank. Things were moving really fast. Okay, so they're targeting segmentation. Could be any designer who uses Figma. There's many different designers who use Figma for different reasons. Okay, but let's say STP targeting. They're targeting designers who want to accelerate their designs by being fast with AI. The positioning, even it has to do with the way they made everything cut really quickly. Did you notice this?
I'm gonna get a.
The hardest thing is to get started. You have to get it
Every 2 seconds, there's a new scene.
on paper.
Prototype. Test fast, fail fast.
It's the idea.
It makes you feel the fastness of the product. So this is the whole idea of positioning. Okay. Let's do one more. Or do you not want to do one more? Are you tired of ads now? Or do you want to watch one more ad? You like it? Talabat, Kareem. Let's do Talabat. Huh? Talabat. Let's do one I've never seen. I don't know. Let's analyze this.
One ad of Amazon, there is a woman speaking, and then when she say fast, like there is a wind like coming to the place, showing how fast Amazon delivers.
Thank you, Rauda, for this example. This is what we're talking about, STP, segmenting. Who are the target markets you can address in your ad? That's segmentation. Targeting, STP, targeting, which one are you going to choose to market to? For example, like people who care about fast delivery. This is one type of people who care about Amazon. And positioning, how will you make sure the marketing makes sure that sticks in their mind? So like you said, the way they made it fast. So this is called STP. Good? Okay. So let's خلينا نشوف your everyday right away. Okay, I kind of already get the vibe that they're trying to make us think Talabat is fast. Let's do something. I haven't seen these. Get Tariq to go pro. Let me see something. This one looks funny. I've never seen this one. Which one do you guys want? This one or this one? I've never seen these. We'll analyze them together. أي واحد حدا من ورا يختار. أي واحد بدكم تحضروا. هذا؟ يلا. Keep in mind I haven't seen these. Let's see. Analyze them together.
اتفضل. شكرا. وحضرتك طالب بكارت CIB طلبات ماستر كارد؟ ده؟ كده هيرجع لك 25% كاشباك، يعني كل حاجة ربعها ببلاش.
الربع؟ يعني الفرخة دي ربعها ببلاش؟ ده هيبقى أحلى ربع فرخة.
أهو حبة البركة دول هم اللي فيهم البركة. 99% من الحاصلين على كاش باك قالوا أن هذا الربع هو الذي يقضي على التسوس.
إيه ده؟ شم من الربع ده.
خدت بالك بقى ان الربع ده محمي اكتر من الربع ده والربع ده والربع ده كمان على فكره. الربع ده اللي فيه شفا ان شاء الله.
الربع ده بتاعي ما حدش يقرب منه.
شفتوا بقى غزة الربع ده فرقه صح؟ فرقه صح. احلى شراب. شفت عجبتك يا انكل؟
ما تخلص يا حبيبي، انهي ربع احلى؟ الربع ده بقلل الدنيا. ايه؟ الربع ده ببلاش على فكرة.
قدم على كارت CIB طلبات ماستر كارد، واي حاجه هتجيبها من طلبات هتاخد عليها لحد 25% كاش باك، يعني الربع ببلاش والتوصيل كمان ببلاش. اللي ببلاش مفيش اجمل منه.
Okay, so that one, who are they trying to target?
People who are looking for
Discounts, right? So they made this whole ad just for discount, right? Okay, I'm thinking if there's one more that I have in my mind. There was one, what was it? Let me see if it's on my phone. There was one I think I wanted to show the class. Let me see. Just give me 1 minute. What are your thoughts on this lesson so far? What do you feel about STP? Did you know about this framework before or?
I did because I study media.
Okay. So mashallah, this is your topic. Let me see if I have this one maybe. This one is so funny. Okay, maybe I'll show you this one. No. There's some good ads out there. Let me see if I can find it. I think I put it in marketing. هذا. This is a really good one. Emirates NBD, okay? Emirates NBD ad. Let me try to find it. What is it called here? Emirates NBD. Financial habits ad. Let's see if I can. Okay, this one. So this is the last one we'll watch. This is from Emirates NBD, Bank Emirates NBD. Okay, the bank. So let's watch this one. This is an ad. So, what do you think of this ad? What do you think it's about?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by.
Wallah, that scared me. Okay. What is the ad about? Huh?
My mother shouldn't see this.
Kif?
I don't want her.
You don't want her to see this ad? Why? Why? شو السبب? She will tell you to? To get benefits from now?
No, married.
Married.
She will see the heritage, she will wife.
That's not the intention of the ad, I think. What's the intention? What's the intention of the ad? Saving money, yeah. But more about family, generational wealth, right? Like they're showing you if you use our bank week, it's like more family based. It's like they tune into the emotional aspect of people and saving money, which is, you know, to give money for kids, to save money, right? So I can see where your idea is coming from. That was funny. Okay, so يعني هذه الاشياء they're trying to trigger your emotional attachment to the bank, right? It's cute, yeah. So this is the example. Okay, let me see what time it is. Should I show you this one or not? I think this one. Let me see if this one is good or not. What time is it? 12:18. Okay. Yeah, this one is fine too. Let me see if okay, let me show you this last one. Okay. Uber Eats. Okay. We're going to skip a little though. Just show you the necessary parts. Okay.
There is one, Donald Trump eats a hot meal.
Wallah, I would run away from hot meal. Using him in an ad would make me want to like go away from that place. Huh? In 2000s? Yeah. That's really hilarious. Honestly, I mean, that marketing might work for some people. For me, that would make me run away from the brand. That's why. Okay. This one, is it 30 seconds or the full one? Let me see. I think it is about, this is the, how long is this one? Hayde. Okay. Keep in mind, I'm going to just skip one part. You know, it's not saying something good, but I will show you most of it. Keep in mind, this is for Uber Eats.
Sir, parents are over there.
Good. Mine are dead. Cox, freshman.
Oh, this is your ID. It's also your room card.
Yeah,
okay.
School's good. My roommate, my roommate is Brian Cox.
You, out.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my room.
No!
So he's intense. I don't think he's really here for the college experience.
My name's Alex, and I'm doing a double major in art history and political science.
You'll make a great barista one day.
Okay, who'd like to go next?
I actually think he's just here for the access to Uber One for students.
My name is Brian. My interests are food and saving money on food.
And Brian, what are you majoring in?
Let me just skip this.
Popular? Less than you'd think.
Does anyone have thoughts on last week's reading? Oh, Mr. Cox.
Not you, him.
Oh, top man. He really loves those discounts. That I know. Discounts on smoothies.
Out of my way, pigeons.
Discounts on rides. He kicks me out a lot. Can I just get my phone? Yeah, really, I love Brian. I just don't. It's hard to live with anybody. Really?
Oh, give it a rest. It's free. It's Tuesday.
Do you want to play? But he's really coming around.
I didn't know Uber had senior discounts.
I'm a freshman. Dumbass.
He's a good guy. Is he gonna see this?
Okay, guys, so this whole ad, I'm cracking up because this whole ad was literally for Uber Eats to highlight, like, everyone wants to be a student, even this old man. And he's a famous character, I think, in a movie, by the way. If you search this man, it's so hilarious. So who are we targeting here? Who is Uber Eats targeting here in ads? Students, right? Be like, you better be using Uber Eats. Everyone wants to be a student in the most hilarious way that I've ever seen in an ad. Okay, so we're gonna end the ad watching now. I hope you enjoyed the examples. This is the class I think most of my students enjoy because we're just watching ads, okay? But now you understand what STP is, okay? So we finished the examples. Let me go back to this diagram. Once we understand, number one, we analyze our whole company competition. Then we understand the STP, who we want to target in our marketing. Then we can do something called the 4P. The 4P means we want to map out, and this is what you're gonna do in your project, the 4P. The 4P is mapping out, writing down who is your product, what is your product, how are you going to promote it, means what type of marketing are you going to use, where are you going to market it, and what's the price, okay? So let's skip here. Product, place, price, and promotion. Once you understand who is your STP, who you're targeting, and how you want to deliver that message, now it goes into the actual details of the marketing, because that was more about thinking about the way you present the marketing. Now we're talking about the actual details of the marketing, like how do you market? So you need to put the product, you want to put the right product in the right place, at the right time, and at the right price. So the right product creates value. The right place, it will help you deliver the value. The right time, or the time more like it's still relating, but we want to promote it at the right time, of course, and promote it in a good method. This is how we communicate value. And then the price captures the value. How much are you selling it for? Product, the good or service being marketed. Price, what is the price? Again, these are questions to help you think through. We're not gonna like read all this off, right? So this is when you're creating yours. I'll show you how to fill out the table quickly. What is your product? What does your product do? Who's your target audience? Again, remember, this is very important. Like I said, you don't go on TikTok to do an ad for elderly people, right? Okay, so this is where it goes into place. That's why you're not gonna choose maybe social media as the promotion technique, because elderly are maybe not on social media, right? So then you need to choose a different type of promotion. Promotion just means the type of marketing, okay? So we're gonna choose a different type of promotion. The price, it depends on many things. So you would see your competitors, what are they selling? You don't have to sell cheaper than them. You could sell more than them if you wanna show your higher quality, or you're targeting people with more money, right? Or people who want to buy luxury products. So it depends. But it has to match your target audience, right? So whoever you're selling to, it should match what the price range, right? So maybe families on a budget, they're not going to buy the highest price one. They're gonna buy the one where they get the most discounts, or where they have the best price, right? For large families, for example. Place, where do you sell matters. It matters. So I'm not going to sell, if you go to aswaq, you don't really go to aswaq to buy gifts for people, do you? Like, unless it's like a quick gift, chocolate like this. But if you're going to an important event, like, I don't know, you want to bring chocolates for someone, I doubt that you're going to go to aswaq as the first option. You might go to one of those specialty chocolate stores, you know, the ones they wrap the chocolate, okay? Even it might not be difference in price, but aswaq doesn't sell these gift things, right? They sell like chocolate, normal chocolate. So the place matters where you sell. It has to make sense for the people. If you're going to sell for people who are always busy and they can't shop in person, that means you're selling online, right? You can't just sell in person and hope that your target market, who's always busy, is just gonna find time to go to the market, right? So the place matters where you sell. And also the place where you, again, same example, we use this 3 times. Promotion, how you advertise your product or service. What are the different ways? I'll go through them quickly. Many ways. Paid advertising, like YouTube. Content marketing, you create content about some area, and then because you create content that people read, at the end you have your product. So it's like indirectly promoting your product. Sponsorships by people. Email marketing, this one I hate. This one I hate, you guys. I go into Gmail, I'm like, how do they even find me? I want to delete all of them. I don't know how to get rid of them. I want to find a solution to Gmail and marketing. But anyway, email marketing, I don't know, it depends. It is important, but at the same time, depends on the person, right? Retargeting. Retargeting, you guys, also is the most annoying type. It's when, have you ever gone to shop somewhere online? And you go in the cart, you put something, and then you're like, khalas, I don't want to buy anymore. You exit. Then you somehow get an email being like, you left 2 items in the cart. If you don't buy right now, the price will increase by like 30% in 2 hours or something like this. This is retargeting. It means they're trying to target you again after you've done something. So sending reminder emails, showing targeted advertisements. Let's say you bought from Nike. Nike will use this data to market to you again, which is also unethical sometimes. Like these people, they buy your data to remarket to you, right? Like Instagram. Instagram is also unethical. There was a leaked information from a woman who worked at Instagram in the past that they targeted women on Instagram who would delete their posts. They noticed that they delete their faces from the Instagram or their posts, and so they said that because they deleted their posts, we want to, they are insecure. They're insecure. Okay, so we're going to target them and sell this data to makeup companies. So they start getting a lot of ads for makeup. This is very unethical. This was leaked from Instagram from a worker in an interview, a live interview. Not just Instagram. Yeah. Exactly, not just Instagram. But I'm saying the unethical way Meta was doing it, right? Or Instagram. Because they're selling them makeup because they believe that they don't like their image. So when they see people deleting their image, they're selling this to makeup companies. That's very sick, especially for younger generation. That's very bad, right? So many companies like this, especially Meta. I don't trust my data anywhere in Meta, right? Retargeting, referral marketing. When you refer someone, you get like a discount. Event marketing, marketing at events. Special causes. For example, people who care about the environment, they target people who care because their company, for example, is eco-friendly. They target that people. So Patagonia, for example, promotes sustainable manufacturing processes. This is a type of marketing where you focus on special causes. Customer reviews is the most important. On Amazon, if you go, you can see if this product has 1 million 1-star reviews, I'm avoiding the product, right? Or maybe it has a lot of 5-star review, then you know which product to buy. If you go to a restaurant that you have never been to before, obviously you don't want to go to 1-star, right? Because you will see that it's bad. Customer loyalty programs like we just watched the one about Talabat. If you pay a certain money, you get more rewards. Free samples, giveaways and trials, free trials, is a type of marketing to show them the ability of your product before they pay money. Coupons and deals, and that's the end. Okay, how do you fill this out for the final project, you guys? It's very easy, but please pay attention here. You need to write, what is your product? What's your innovation for the final project? You need to choose a price according to your target market. If your target market are people who are on low budgets, don't make it higher than your competitors because your price is in the competitor table, right? Take a look at the competitor table. See, who's your target market? Are they people with a lot of money? Are they people who are looking on a budget? Then decide, are you gonna price it in the middle, lower or higher? Okay? In real life, this is too simple to do that. You would need to actually interview a lot of people, see what they truly buy. But for the purpose of this assignment, I'm showing you a simple way we can determine as the first step. Does it make sense? The price is around, you want to price it according to competitors. Of course, competitors are one component in real life you look at for real pricing mechanism. But again, like I said, when you're making a real product, you have to talk to people, do way more in-depth research about the price than just looking at a table and be like, yeah, I'm gonna price here, right? So like you want to be more analyzing it. For this purpose of this activity, still what you're doing is an important first step anyway. You'll need to look at competitors, what's their prices, who's your target market, where are you going to price according to this? You use your own logic and explain why you chose that price. You're not gonna get graded wrong if you give a reason for pricing certain way, okay? But for example, if I see that your target market in the final is like people on a budget and that's listed, or people who are large families on a budget, for example, I don't want to see you put the price higher than competitors, because then that does not match your description. Does it make sense? Promotion, you need to choose just three ways that you would promote, and why. So would you choose email because like the people you're targeting use emails more? Will you use social media because the people you're targeting are younger generation, always on social media? You just need to choose 3 types of promotion and give me a reason that you're using this platform. And then place, where are you going to sell? Give me examples. If you're a real product, tell me aswaq, tell me a name of a place, or just tell me, or you can just say like supermarkets and this. Just make sure it's explicit, like if it's in person, of course, but where in person? Supermarkets, convenience stores, qaba'il, qaba'il, everybody know. You can find anything at qaba'il, right? Okay, place, or online. If it's online, explain to me why. All of this, you just need to choose and then justify why you chose this, okay? So per promotion, you'll be writing 3 types of promotion you chose and why. Product, that's very easy, right? To me, what you created. Price according to competitors, and then place, decide where are the places you'd sell it. And if it's not in person, then it would be online, and then justify why it's online, okay? Does this whole table make sense about how to fill it out for the final project? And again, you guys, this is not just for a final project. I re-emphasize every lesson that it's also for a real business. You need to understand these, right? So, the last thing I'm going to show you, because we have 10 minutes left. The last 5 minutes of the class, I'm going to show you how to create a marketing website within 5 minutes. The purpose of this activity is to show you that we can accelerate creation of marketing assets with AI, especially websites. And I'm going to have you do it. It takes literally 5 minutes. So, and you'll include this as part of your grade. It's just a fun activity to show you. Let me go to Canva again and open a random business plan. Business plan. Let's go to, for the financial, you guys, that will be homework, because it's actually, I'm not having you create an actual, because we're in this class, I don't expect you to have finance, like, full on finance. You're not finance majors. What I wanted you to do is I will give you a resource that I want you to look through. I already explained to you another class, the difference between a fixed cost and a variable cost, and the different types of costs, and then what does revenue and profit mean. So these are the basics of finance that you need to know at this stage. If you want to continue on into entrepreneurship, of course, you will need to learn more about the financials, which if you want to, I can help you with and give you a resource to do that. So tell me personally, right? I can help you do that. But for this assignment, you just need to understand what you're doing, because if you already know the basics of finance, it's very easy to read a financial statement. What you'll do is you're going to use Perplexity because it has more access to real data. Then you'll use this prompt that I created for you. This prompt, what does this prompt do in AI? You just insert what country you're selling in, what is your description, and then it will create for you an example startup cost breakdown, your estimated costs for what you would need. You need to specify the currency, okay? Specify the currency used in the financial statement, and then contingency, which means it leaves over some money as an emergency. The price of our product is, again, after you have the price determined, the example price you chose, put the price here, because then it will generate a financial chart estimating the money you would make 2025 to 2030. This is all, again, an example financial statement. Of course, in real life, please don't be doing this for actual businesses. because unless you have the actual data, the numbers are not going to be correct unless you have an actual estimate, right? But for the purpose of this activity, I'm not going to make you go through create an estimate for every single category, because simply you might not know, right? That's why Perplexity can help you look at general prices in the market, and then it will let you, I want you to realize how many things cost, how, like the different costs that you would need to build a business. This activity is more for you to understand and realize than just to craft one right now. Does it make sense? Yes? واضح? Okay, so I will also record this after class how to do it so that you don't get confused in a 5-minute video. But this one, where we're going here, marketing. Product, price, promotion, place.
Where can I find these templates?
The templates in the final project instructions. Okay? Common questions, these are just to help you answer. So you're just gonna write it. Use my example from the presentation, which will be uploaded today. This is an actual example I created. Okay, so that's what you'll be filling out. Just make sure you mention what it is. What is the promotion types? You need 3 at least. The place, tell me, and then justify. Make sure everything has a justification. Like, why did you choose this type? Or why did you choose this price? And then add a picture of a market asset here. Okay, this is the last 2 things. The marketing asset, what I want you to do is go here. You can delete this after, so delete this. In Canva, there's something called mockups, okay? If I go to apps, and I type, it should be here. Oh, actually, elements. I think mockups is part of this. Mockups. If you go to elements and mockups, you're going to find a bunch of empty picture templates. You can put your own picture in. I want you to take one of the promotion techniques that you chose and then show me an example. Okay, what do I mean by this? So everyone, please pay attention. This is very important because I don't want you to be able to know. I want you to make sure you know how to do it. Let's say you chose email marketing as or let's say billboard. Let's say you chose a billboard as a type of promotion, okay? Because a billboard is a type of, it's not listed, but you could use billboard, newspaper, right? These things are common. So let's say let's say one of the promotion techniques you chose was a billboard, okay? I'm gonna type billboard in mockups. It's gonna show me many examples. I'm gonna choose anyone I like, and then I'm gonna insert. What do you put in this photo? I want you to be creative and make any example ad that you want. You could even, you all have a logo because you had to make a logo for this project. You could even just take the logo. I'll give you an example. Let's do this one, it's really funny. This is not a logo, but we're gonna use this avatar as an example. You take the logo of what you made for the project, or you can do anything. You can make a picture, just says the name of your project. Make anything you want, be creative, and then I want you to drag it. It will show it as if it's on a billboard, okay? So what you'll do, not just a billboard, you're going to go, again, elements, choose one of the techniques. Just choose one of the promotion techniques you chose. Someone give me another promotion technique that you might choose, for example, for your project. Social media marketing. So I'm just gonna type social media marketing and see what shows up. Great. This is an example. It doesn't have to be real life photo, right? It looks like social media, and I can tell, right? So I could also put the example here. So this counts as an example because I realize what you're trying to do is show me that this is like, you're just representing the idea. But I do recommend, if you want it to look really nice, use something like real life. For example, iPhone or phone marketing. You could go like this one. Let's look at a good one. You could even make the iPhone, and then I could go to elements, and then I could type like social media page. Okay, what I could do here is social media page. Actually, something cool you could do is look at this. Social media page mock-up templates. Let's see if it will let me. Yeah, so if you go into any other Canva mock-up of Instagram page, if you go into another Canva document, no, that's not the same thing. Instagram social media page mock-up. I'm showing you some example of what you could do. Okay, this example, I see it looks like an Instagram, right? So I'm gonna press on it in a separate document. Okay, customize template, which means open it typically. Okay, I'm gonna delete everything. Instead of this picture, I'm gonna again put the picture of my whatever you want in the ad. Okay, let's use something like no, that's okay. Now what I can do, you guys, watch this. I'm using a different Canva. I found a template with the thing that looks like it. I'm gonna screenshot it, and then I'm going to take it into my other document. I added it in uploads. It's uploading. Who is pen and paper? A group of shoe? A group of writers? What is this? You guys, ما تجرسوا حالكم هلا. Don't be paying someone to do your work. This is on YouTube too. Do you want this on everyone's page? Okay, I'm confused why someone has access to this document, but don't be doing anything forbidden. Uploads. Where'd it go? Desktop. Let me try again. I wanted this whole thing because it looks like an Instagram page. I'm gonna insert it here. Now I'm gonna drag it to the photo, because now what it's gonna do is it's gonna make it look like it's on the phone. Okay, so of course that looks a little weird. I'm going to change the orientation, make it smaller. I'll do half of the page, it's fine. Okay, so that gives me an idea. It's like social media. So just be creative in whatever way you want to. Okay, that's for the marketing asset. You just need one. Now for the website, how do you make it? Very easy. You're going to go here, Lovable. Lovable is a vibe coding website. You can create anything that you want within seconds. It codes with AI. Okay, the reason we're not going to use Claude is because this one is cool, because it actually looks more like a Claude can be used too, but this one is more for actual, like it takes your product and then you can publish it also. It's kind of different than Claude. Claude is more the AI tool itself. This is like meant for creating stuff more. So create me a marketing website about, can someone give me their final project idea quickly? What do you have the name of the company? Someone give me quick. Huh? Sync Hub. هيك? Okay. Let's use Shamsa's group for example. Create me a marketing website for Sync Hub. What is your
It's about a page. It will be for the university student.
Mm-hmm.
It will count how many percent did they do from the project for the team, and also it will be a reminder there. And also at the same time,
But what is the whole product overall?
it's not a product, it's a website.
It's a website.
Yes.
Okay. بس الموقع, like what is the overall description of your idea without the features, like just general?
It will be helpful for the student when they will have a group work.
Okay. To collaborate together for group work. It should have an example page on the front showing that different students can collaborate, and it will highlight what they did to keep them accountable. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay. It's like a Figma or a Canva cursor showing the names of the people working. I'll fix it. Yes, Shayma. Okay, no worries. Shayma, I'll fix it. So this is the one we're going to do. Do you have any preference, color, look, Shamsa? Colors or look of it? Make it pink and white. Do you have a logo? Do you want to send me on Teams quickly? Or airdrop it to me? Let me open my airdrop because I wanna show the class how amazing it can incorporate things. Everyone. Okay. So you can airdrop to me. Sana Hamdan. So guys, just 2 minutes and I promise we'll be done. Thank you for staying today. Inshallah, it was useful for you. Did you find this class useful? Don't worry if you hurt my feeling. I wanna make sure the class you actually enjoy it and that it helps you with your life. Right? That's the whole point of me teaching entrepreneurship. To make sure.
It makes things easier.
Alhamdulillah, thank you. Any recommendations you have for future semesters, other students, please tell me so I can improve the lesson, do anything. Okay, save to downloads. Thank you, Shamsa. Downloads. No, it's good. Add file. So you can add the file of your thing. And then have, خلاص, let's see what it makes. Create me a marketing website. You don't need to say marketing website because a website is considered a form of marketing. You need to show people your idea anyway, right? So that's why I'm just showing you how to make an example website because that will be graded couple points. Okay? You'll go to Lovable, type what you want, create me a website for the name of your product, what do you do, show any pictures you want included, and press enter. Okay? You need to sign in or create a free account. It's free, of course. Now let me attach, add file, put Shamsa's group's logo, and enter. Okay, enable notifications, sure. So let it work for a couple seconds. We'll see it together and I'll show you. You share it and give me the link in the project. So yalla, let's watch it for 2 minutes. Should finish quickly. Again, I thank you for staying over time a little. Design plan. This is what I'll build. Let me create this now. Okay. It's creating. Editing. By the way, you guys, this website can also be used for anything to prototype. The way you did in Claude, same way. Because it codes for you and creates things. So it can be used to create websites, anything really quickly. And this is an important skill I want to show you. It's a nice skill to have, Also, while this is loading, if you also want to create for fun, like if you have time, if you want to create a video marketing, I showed you in the beginning of the semester, if you remember, Google Gemini Nano Banana. It creates ads. I don't mind. You could even show me that as marketing. You don't have to do the mock-up. You can create anything you want. Have fun with it, really. Like, do something that more interesting to you. If you want, like, you could go into Google Gemini, tell it, make me a marketing ad for this product showing this happening. And then I'll give you like a 5-second funny ad. You could give me the video inside you would have to upload it somewhere like a OneDrive or something and give me the link instead as the marketing asset. So you don't have to do the mock-up. Okay? خلينا نشوف if it's almost done. It's done. So within 3 minutes of me talking, it's done. Connect Lovable Cloud. Oh, Bismillah. Okay, preview. Let's see where it is. Preview. Press preview. Okay, this is cool. So it gave me your website. Group projects done right. Start collaborating. See collaboration in action. Okay, so it gave me the example of, wow, see, you see this little, did you see that? It shows the person moving So why, that's really cool. The reason it did that is because I told it, be like Canva or Figma. Figma does this, Canva does this. So if you use these platforms, you'll know this is the way it looks. So it knew that from the description and it made it like that. Everything you need, real-time presence, live collaboration, activity, contribution, tracking, sync up. Sync up, built for students by students. It made up its own, saying. So once you're done and you have the website, edit it however much you want, tell it to change this, make it look nice or whatever you want, then you're going to publish. Who can access? Anyone with the link, please do that so I can access your link. Publish. And then URL slug, leave empty to auto generate. You can name it if you want, so it doesn't end up being like random letters. Like let's say Shams group. Okay, .lovable.app, continue. Or sorry, must start with a letter. Lowercase. Shamsa's group. Continue. It will generate a link for me. And then where do we put it? At the top, I believe it should say, on the first page, add marketing website here. Okay? The first page of your document, there's a marketing website place. That's like 3 points. Make sure that you get this done because it's very easy and it's just for you to experience it. So, okay, is it making it? Let me reload. It's taking a long time. Let me reload this. Publish. Anyone with the link? Here. You can copy the link from here. Okay? I reloaded, now it's updated. Anyone with the link? Copy the link. If I type it here, it should load your actual website example. Okay? So, you will go, again, you want to go publish? The link will be here, copy it. Make sure first you have to do who can access anyone. Make sure you put any word you want, and then it should update, and you go back, publish, and copy the link. And this is recorded, by the way, so that you can go back. I'm recording still right now. So, add marketing website, this way. By the way, Canva does something weird. Sometimes, if you do that, it doesn't show the full link. It just underlines it. So, what you need to do here is Command A, get everything, press edit link. The text should also be your website. Okay? Then done. Now you have the actual website and you will get points for that. Is everything clear, you guys? Any questions? Thank you so much for today. Allah ya'atikum al-afiyah. I'm very proud of all of you and I know your projects will be amazing.